Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you doing today? I'm so happy to connect with you as always. In fact, I've started waiting for Friday morning so that I can just go live with you guys and talk to you and connect with you. So, how was your weekday, the whole week? And like it's 17th of February. So, how is Fab going for you? I'm sure it must be excellent, fantabulous for you until now, and inshallah it will be good and till the end of the year, because we have to make this year the best year of our life, right? You remember we started this year with that only. And please write in comments from where you are joining, how are you doing, what's your plan for weekend, and what new you are learning, because learning is the most important part of our growth as human beings, right? So what you're learning, please write in comments, because that will definitely inspire you for, and that will inspire so many people, those who are joining now or those who may be joining later. Okay, so that's the thing. I'm having wonderful time. My March calendar is getting filled up very fast for a lot of events. So yeah, I'm like quite busy now in next month, but definitely we will meet in March for our story time thing. And before we start, I will quickly share something special with you. There are a couple of events coming up which I want you to like scan, if you can scan it. This is Stay Relevant, Be Future Ready. We are having an event. It's a live event, in-person event for International Women's Day. It's in DIFC on 1st March, and it's a free event, so all of you are welcome. But since there are limited seats, so please register it before you come so that we make sure that there is a place for you there. It's from 3 to 4. We have three amazing speakers. I'm one of the amazing speakers. Okay. So please come, please register using this QR code. I'll be posting it on all social media, so there you can see. Another gift from my side is that on Monday, 28th Feb, I'm having a live session on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can join anywhere or you can see it later, that why speaking is important and required for your personal and professional development. So we'll be talking about what is the need of it and what if I am an introvert person. So we'll talk a lot of things in this free event. Please join it. Register it. It's already there on LinkedIn. I have posted it. And the third event is speaking with confidence. So speaking with confidence is like, okay, I'll talk in that workshop what it is all about. But if you're interested, please use QR code and register it, because again, there are limited seats over there. So that's it. And I'll remove this one and we'll go back to our story, because this live is for story. But before going for our story, today's story, I want to tell you, I think you would have seen it on the LinkedIn and other social platforms. I have put the photo. I wanted today to stand up and talk because I'm tired of sitting. So what I did, my laptop stand was not like reaching the height. So I used a bathroom stool which we used to use for my daughter when she was very young. So I use that. So that's like something, if you have any problem, there is always a solution available, and you have all resources available to you. You just have to look around and find what is that resource that you can utilize for that problem, right? So let's get started with our story. Today's story is Flower Basket, and I want to know, does anyone know about, already knows that story? Because I have spoken about that story couple of times on different platforms. So let me know if you already know about that story. Write in comments, but don't tell the story, because today I'm going to tell that. So this story is around, I think, 15 or maybe 17 years back it happened. But few things, when they happen in our life, they leave such a prominent impact that it's very difficult for us to forget it. And that was the reason I added that story in my book, Mom, and that's the chapter number. It's on page 56. So like, you can see that book or you can just listen to this story. Anything is fine. It happened around 15 to 17 years back when I joined one of the companies, and there was something happening in office which was quite disturbing for me. So I was disturbed, and I did not know what to do. So I went in library because I love reading books. So I went to library and I just picked a book and I started reading. That time we used to have physical library in corporates. So I just went there and I started reading. But when you're upset, you can't focus on anything, right? So what could I do? I was just turning pages and taking one book and another book, and I couldn't focus. So there was a librarian over there. Her name was Asha Nandecha, and she she was she was little, she was elderly person, so everyone used to call her with respect Asha ma'am. And she came to me because she saw that that's what I'm doing. I'm picking up books and just turning pages and keeping it back. So she came to me and she asked what happened, and I couldn't control. I told her what I'm going through. So much like stress is there, so many political things are happening and all that. So, and some people are so mean and rude, and all those stories I told her, which we all go through at some point in our life. And then she told me a very small story. And this is what the flower basket story is. That is today's story. She said there was a village in which two friends were there. One friend used to sell flowers, and they both were sitting in the same market. So one friend used to sell flowers, while the other friend, he used to sell the round rocks which we picked from river for decoration purpose. So they both used to sell, and they were good friends. Now, one day they had some argument. For some reason, they had some argument, and they were really, really upset with each other. So, what would they do? When we are upset, what would we do? We try to hurt other person, right? They did exactly the same thing. First, they used their words to hurt each other, and when still they were not satisfied, they started grabbing whatever could come in their hand and throwing. Now, the person who was having flour, even though that person was angry, that person was throwing flour at other person. While while the other friend who was having stone, he was throwing stone. And she explained me that what we have in our basket, it's what we give to others, whether we are angry or happy or frustrated or we are excited, anything. So it's very important for us to know that what we keep in our basket. And the most important thing, you have no control, you have zero control on what other people are keeping in their basket. So if other person is keeping stone in their basket, there is nothing you can do about it. Only thing you can do is that maintain safe distance, so when they throw stone on you, you don't get hurt, right? And what you have control is what you keep in your basket. So if somebody is throwing stone at you, it's entirely up to them. You can't do anything about it other than just protecting yourself. That's the only thing. Now, this story has such a profound impact on me because I started reflecting on my own behavior. What am I keeping in my basket? Am I keeping flowers or some stones? And when I'm saying flowers, what is the basket we are carrying? This is the basket, our mind, our thoughts, our behavior, behavior pattern, our thinking, right? All these things is our basket which we carry, because everything happens in mind before we execute it. So, when we are having something in mind, if I'm having a bad thought, then only I will execute it. I cannot think of something like a very happy moment and do something bad to somebody. It is impossible for anybody to do, right? So, how can we check that what is there in our basket? There are three simple steps are there. The first step is it. First, be self aware what is in your basket and see, what am I having it. Am I having stones of resentment, hatred, frustration, revenge? All these are stones. Am I carrying the burden of these stones with me? So whenever the opportunity is there, I'm going to throw at somebody. Even I'm happy and I see some my friend has won an award, and I'll feel jealous. Why? Because in my basket I'm having a jealousy stone. So even I'm happy for my friend, but I'm still going to feel jealous because I'm throwing a jealousy stone on that friend, right? So the first thing, we have to be self-aware that what we are having in our basket. And for that, meditation is the best thing because it reveals lot of things about ourselves which we don't know. It reveals like what emotions we are going through. So I highly recommend everybody to do meditation. Lot of meditation practices are available. I don't recommend any. I do personally Vipassana meditation, but you can choose anything, whatever you like to do. So the first thing is that see in your basket what you're carrying. Is it a stone or is it a flower? That's the first step. Now you have to make a choice. What do you want to keep? We all have power of making a choice at every moment in our life. There is no situation where we can't make a choice. Even in the worst scenario, we can still make a choice. So you have to make a choice. You want to keep flowers, flowers of love, care, happiness, compassion, empathy, all these things we want to keep. And the stones of jealousy, resentment, frustration, envious feeling, revenge, all these things we want to throw away. So you saw that what you have in basket. The second step is it what do you want to keep and what do you want to remove from it. That's the second step. You have to consciously work on it. It's a very long process. It doesn't happen in one go that okay, today you did meditation, you realize and you removed it from basket. It is so deep rooted in our mind that it takes time to remove these things. Every now and then they just pop up and you have to again start working on it. Third, the most important step which I insist the most is that now you have cleaned your basket, you have flowers, but that's not the end of it. Many times it will happen that you will be picking few things and putting in your basket. So be mindful of what you're putting in your basket. In a day, thousands of events will happen, and from each event, we pick something and put in our basket. So, if you are going on a road and you saw that somebody overtook you and you are frustrated that time, means that person who overtook maybe was frustrated and you took his frustration, his stone, and put in your basket. If your boss has got angry at you, you just go and took out that frustration on your team members. So you took a stone, ugly stone from your boss, and you gave it to you kept in your basket one piece of it, another piece you gave it to your team. So what are we keeping in the whole day, what in our basket? We have to be very mindful of it. And that's why doing small meditation in morning and evening is very much required. Morning, when we do meditation, we are ready for the day. And evening, when we do, we can just clean our basket again and see that, oh, I picked five, six stones today. Let me remove these stones from here so that I can clean my basket again. Tomorrow morning, I'll have beautiful basket of flowers again available with me. Right? So these are the simple three steps. Be aware of what is there in your basket, how many flowers and stones you are carrying, because self awareness is the very first step of doing anything in your life. Whether you want a job, whether you're looking to start a business, you want to grow in your career, anything, you have to be self aware where exactly you are in your life. Then only you can decide where you want to go. So, self awareness about what you are having in your basket is the most important thing. Then second step is what do you want to keep? What do you want to remove? Consciously decide. You don't have to pick every better. You can always prioritize. And the third step is during the day. What are you keeping in your basket? Flowers or stone? Be mindful of that. Recently, it happened that I went to some event, and after that, somebody has sent me a message which was quite disappointing to me. Now, I had a choice. Either I can keep that message in my basket as a hurt or to take a revenge, or just leave it there. So I decided, I made a choice to leave it there. And that night, my daughter asked, Amma, are you still feeling hurt? I said, no, that was just an event which I will remember, because people say that you can forget. We don't forget things, especially when we have strong emotion. It's not possible to forget. We don't forget, but I have just let go of that, right? So that moment I decided that I don't want to keep that stone in my basket. I just gave it back to that person. I just left it from my basket. That's it. So we always have a choice. Please follow three steps and tell me how do you like this story. And if you want to hear, like if you want to read more stories, this book is available. This My Monk Mom is available on Amazon in 13 different countries. You can buy it from there, or you can just listen to my stories. Anything is fine. And before we finish, I just want to quickly walk through again the the three workshop, because those who have joined late for them. Yeah, so the first workshop which we are having, it's a complimentary workshop for International Women's Day. That's on the 1st March. Stay relevant, be future ready. It's for International Women's Day, but anybody is welcome to join, provided you register it, because there are limited seats. So we have to make arrangement for you. So please make sure you register and then arrive there. We have three amazing speakers and you will simply love it. Love it, because three different aspects of life we are going to talk about. So it's going to be amazing one. The next one is it's on Monday. Why speaking is important for a personal and professional development. Just join it and understand it. If you have still not worked on it, that will be a very important session for you. It's a very short session, 20 to 30 minutes, not more than that. And the third one is a paid workshop, that is Speak with Confidence. So I'll be sharing pro tips with you in that workshop, because I have spoken across the globe and I have learned from my own mistakes in last 20 years what works and what doesn't work. So I'm going to share with you pro tips in that workshop. If you want to speak with confidence in whatever you do, interview, investor like pitching, or like anything, any presentation, any ideas, anything you want to speak, or speak in front of a team, how to speak with confidence. You learn those pro tips, and that will definitely help you. I can guarantee that. Thank you so much for joining. And if you're joining late, like seeing this recorded session later, please write in comments. How did you find the story? Did you like it? What did you learn from it? And what's your plan for rest of the year? All the best. Have lovely weekend. And I'm always happy to connect with you. God bless you all.